Hello and welcome to this review of the Phoenix Quattro 3 conference speakerphone. This was sent to me by Phoenix to do a review and just to see how it works with IBM at the same time. So what I'll do is I'll open up this box and you can see what's in there. You can see from the size of my hands it's a sizable box, it's not particularly small or anything. The first thing you come across is the user manual. And you can see here the device and instructions for opening it up and setting it up. And then there's a box on top, and this contains various connectors. And if I just open this up, you can actually see here we have connectors for different power supplies around the world. So this one allows their power supplies to work in the UK, Dubai, Australia, places like that. USB cable, so a mini USB cable, an Ethernet cable, and this is not for connecting to your internet connection. This is actually to connect multiples of these devices together. You can daisy chain up to 15 of the Quattro 3s into a serial connection, so you can have them going across a large table or around a room. And then we have a audio cable adapter. So this is like a 1.5mm to a 2.5mm connector. Put that aside for the moment. And then we have a power supply, and this, connects to that electrical adapter that we saw in the box. And then we have the unit itself. So if I just take this out, you can see it's silver in color. This is actually a metal speaker casing. It's got a 4 microphone array. Underneath we have connectors for the USB, for the audio, and on the left hand side and the right hand side we have connectors for the daisy chaining of them together. And then underneath there's actually a little sticker that tells you what the controls on the device do. Also, you may have noticed this small bag fall out. When you're connecting wires to this device, you can actually remove this panel so that if it's on the table, the wires can come out and you can connect things on the table. If you're fortunate and you have a speakerphone, not a speakerphone, a conference table on a desk and a hole in the desk, you can actually have the wires go straight down, so there's no need to see those. So in here there's actually a little wire guard. And there's also this small piece of plastic perspex which covers over the indicator lights here, so this can pop on there and the lights can be hidden. So that's the device there, ready to be plugged in and turned on. And what I'll do is I'll connect this to my PC via the USB cable, and we'll make a Skype call so that I can actually record how the audio sounds when it's played back, to give a good idea of how all this works. So the device charges through either the DC input or the USB connector, and it obviously has batteries, and it will run for 7 to 8 hours off the charged battery for a call. One thing to note about the audio connector in here, it's obviously a 3.5mm socket, which is pretty standard for audio, but it does come with that cable that's 2.5mm to 1.5mm. You can actually connect this device to your iPhone or your iPad and use it as your speakerphone that way. They do have a number of different models of this device. This is the MT303. They have other ones that also have PSTN connections, one that has a keypad on it. So there's various different devices you can get with this. So what we're going to do is make a test call with Skype. You may notice I've got one cable coming in. Unfortunately, the power adapter they sent me is also a USB cable. You can see here. So I can't be using the external power source whilst I'm using the audio cable. So fortunately it is a rechargeable unit that will do, I think, between 7 and 8 hours on the battery for a call. So I'm actually running off batteries at the moment, connected through USB to my PC, which I'm not sure, but that may very well actually be charging the device anyway. But I'm going to make a call now using Skype to the test service. So all the audio you hear from now is going to be that Skype test call.
Hello, welcome to Skype call testing service. After the beep, please record a message. Afterwards, your message will be played back to you.
This is Carl Tyler of Apelio performing a test of the audio capabilities of the Phoenix Quattro 3 conference speakerphone. This is Carl Tyler of Apelio performing a test of the audio capabilities of the Phoenix Quattro 3 conference speakerphone.
If you are able to hear your own voice, then you have configured Skype correctly.
So the audio for Skype seems very good, so let me try making a telephone call out through Skype as well to see how that sounds. So we'll do my old favorite movie phone.
Hello and welcome to Movie Phone. In theaters this Friday.
And I can use the volume controls.
Tatum, Rooney Mara, Jude Law, and Catherine Zeta-Jones. A riveting psychological thriller that reteams Steven Soderbergh with his Contagion screenwriter Scott Z. Burns. For advanced showtimes and tickets to side effects, press 9 now.
So there isn't a keypad or anything for this device, so I'd have to use the keypad.
To use our speech-enabled system, press star 2. If you know the name of the movie you'd like to see, press 1 now.
So for comparison, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a Plantronics 830 device, so you can see how the speakerphone quality compares to that. So I'm going to turn this device off, which you just do by holding down the power button for 4 seconds, and then I'm going to just replace this with the 830. So here you can see the size difference between, say, a Plantronics 830 device and the Quattro device. Obviously aimed at slightly different markets. The Plantronics 830 device is much more of a personal speakerphone that you'd use in your office, whereas the Quattro 3 is really intended for conference room tables. So let me just move this out the way, and we'll make a Skype call using the audio test again in Skype. Okay, we're going to make a test call. So all the audio you hear sees
Skype call
coming through the Plantronics device.
After the beep, please record a message. Afterwards, your message will be played back to you.
This is Carl Tyler of Apelio doing a comparison recording of the Phoenix Quattro 3 and the Plantronics 830 device. This is Carl Tyler of Apelio doing a comparison recording of the Phoenix Quattro 3 and the Plantronics 830 device.
If you are able to hear your own voice, then you have configured Skype correctly. If you hear this message, but not your own voice, then something is wrong with your audio recording settings. Please check your microphone and microphone settings.
And what I'll do now is I'll do that test call with Skype.
Hello and welcome to Movie Phone. In theaters this Friday, side effects starring Channing Tatum, Rooney Mara, Jude Law, and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
So that gives you an idea of how the audio compares with the Plantronics device with the Phoenix Quattro 3. Obviously the Plantronics device is a little different. It has some same time integration and things available through its plug-in. The Phoenix Quattro 3 is primarily just a mute, hang up, volume down device. It doesn't really have any integration through a toolkit or anything with anything like same time. But the way you heard it work with Skype is pretty much the same way it works within a same time call. So if you've got click to call with same time with soft phone capabilities, this device will work fine for that. I said it's a solid heavy metal device. I'm guessing under here is where the battery is and things. And you can daisy chain these together on a on a table to have multiples connected with the Ethernet cable. You know, it comes with an Ethernet cable, or you can use your own. But that's the Phoenix Quattro 3 conference speakerphone.